I've been influenced. Today we're going to be testing, reviewing, and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation with hyaluronic acid and adaptogens. Okay, that last word sounds totally made up. I was swayed by a review and I wanted to see if this will work for our mature skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. How you doing? Okay, I was totally hook, line, and sinker after watching this review, and I'm just like you. I got sucked into a review, I got sucked into the product, and I thought, why not? Let's see if it works on our mature skin. I'm talking about the new foundation from Smashbox, the Always On Skin Balancing Foundation and Hyaluronic Acid and Adaptogens. What is an adaptogen? Okay, my friend Kathy asked me that, so I had to look it up and see what it really is. And apparently, and I think it's totally made up, but if it's real, then that's super cool. According to them, it's supposed to help your skin work like an automatic thermostat to balance levels of oil and hydration. Now, if you're new here, I do have normal to dry skin. I am 56 years old. I love testing out foundations, skin tints for our mature skin to see if they work. I'm just gonna pop on some primer. I'm going in with my tried and true Wet n Wild Pore Refining Serum. It hydrates at the same time. It's just magical. It has bakuchiol in it. It's really good for your skin, and the fact that it's under $9, it's totally worth it. But this has been my go-to primer all summer. Now today in Tennessee, it's going to be hot, humid. I think the humidity right now is at 84%. 84%. So I thought it would be a great day to do an all-day wear test. We're going to do check-ins and see if this brand new foundation is going to work for our mature skin and stand up to the heat and humidity. Now, few details on this. It retails for $45. I know, so expensive. I haven't tested out anything from Smashbox in a long time. I think the last thing I reviewed was their Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer, their Halo Tinted Moisturizer, and from what I remember, I really liked it. Now this Always On foundation is supposed to be medium to full coverage. I know, I get a little nervous, a little leery about full coverage foundations because on mature skin, it can tend to settle into our lines, it can age us, it can look cakey, but this is boasting a natural finish. It's supposed to provide 24-hour hydration and oil control. It's a skincare powered foundation that improves skin balance instantly and over time. It's supposed to be buildable. It sounds too good to be true, so that's why I really wanted to test it out today. And yeah, I picked up the shade L20N, which is neutral. It looks kind of dark in the bottle, and you're supposed to shake it up really well. Now you can apply it with a dampened beauty sponge. You can use your fingertips to apply it. You can also use a foundation brush. I'm gonna do 2 pumps. But this is what the consistency looks like. It's kind of runny. I'm a nerd about ingredients. The first ingredient is water, but the second ingredient is dimethicone, which is a fancy word for silicone. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so hopefully this will be really smooth on our complexion and not show texture. Definitely has a scent. Now, I'm just starting in the center of my face. Now, this is supposed to provide 24-hour hydration, 16-hour wear, and I'm gonna push this to the limit. I wanna see if this is really gonna last. Will it oxidize? On this side, I'm gonna use a dampened beauty sponge to tap it in. But that is blending in seamlessly. Medium to full coverage. I think right off the bat, it's giving me light coverage, but I didn't go in heavy-handed. I get kind of nervous with full coverage foundations. I like to go in sparingly and then build it up. And then I'm gonna go in on the other side. It feels really silky. Doesn't feel thick. I wanna know if it's gonna be comfortable on my skin all day long, because if we're gonna do an all-day wear test, it better be lightweight and comfortable. You see a tail back there? That's Hondo. Now I'm gonna go in with my trusty foundation brush and just stipple it in and see what sort of coverage we get with a foundation brush and which side I prefer. Oh, this looks nice. Now this whole adaptogens thing, It's supposed to be like a thermostat that's supposed to control your oils and your hydration at the same time. What's going on with makeup these days? Are they just gonna throw all these really great things at us to make us believe that's really gonna work? Makeup companies are trying to be innovative and creative at the same time, but does it really work? I mean, I've never heard of the word adaptogens before. Let me know down in the comments if you have, or do you think it's just a ploy to get us to purchase their products? But so far on this side, I like it with a brush on this side. It doesn't feel drying. It doesn't feel hydrating. I guess my thermostat of adaptogens is really gonna make or break this. Now, since it's super humid here in the deep south, my skin tends to get a little oily. I mean, with the humidity and everything, I'm gonna sweat. And I think this would be a great test to see if the adaptogens in this foundation is really going to control my oils, but also at the same time hydrate my complexion. So I'm just going to apply whatever's left on the back of my hand through here, even it out, because I really think I like it with the brush side better. Seems like I'm getting a little bit more coverage. Now, I want to go ahead and turn down my lights for you. Now, this is just one pump. It looks pretty good. I mean, we can put another pump on there, but I don't want to push it too much. You know what I'm saying? I want my skin to still look natural and not cakey, but so far it feels really nice. It doesn't feel super tacky. Now for concealer today, I think I'm just gonna go in with my tried and true, the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer. This is just a staple in my everyday makeup. Concealer's on. This feels really good on the skin. Now that it's been on my skin for a few minutes, it's kind of settling into my complexion. It feels hydrating, but not greasy at the same time. It's unique. It feels super unique. I can't describe it. Like, it looks so silky smooth. Not greasy, but hydrating at the same time. Does that make any sense whatsoever? I'm probably not making any sense. That big old vein's coming out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a cream bronzer, and this is just one of my all-time favorites. It's from Makeup Revolution. It is their Ultra Cream Bronzer, and I'm in the shade Light. I'm just gonna tap it into my complexion and see how it plays with the foundation. I mean, this really has a unique texture. The foundation, it just feels hydrating, but not greasy. This Ultra Cream Bronzer from Revolution is probably one of my top favorites. It's super affordable. I think it's like $7 or $8, but it's just so pretty, so natural looking on the skin. Now for blush, I'm just gonna go in with Wet n Wild Mega Glow Cream Blush and just apply it to give my skin a little pop of color. I love this Mega Glow blush. It's creamy, hydrating, and I wanted to see how it'll build on this foundation. Great little everyday blush that you can just pop on. It's gonna look natural. It's gonna look so pretty on the skin. I'm gonna go in and set the blush with Benefit's Powder Blush in Pom Pom. I think it's just gonna make a nice little complement to the cream blush. And we're just gonna pop a little bit on just to set it and amp up the blush. You don't have to do this, but when testing out a foundation, I really want to put it through the ringer and see what it can stand up to. And yeah, this is pretty. So far, so good. And now to set my under eye area, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. This is a fantastic drugstore setting powder. And just press that under my eyes to set that area and right through my most porous areas and the T-zone. Right through there. So, complexion products are on. This is so weird. I do a lot of foundation reviews. Maybe it's been a minute since I've tested a full-blown foundation, but I can't describe to you, well, I'm gonna try to describe to you, the feeling on my skin. Like, I don't know, maybe adaptogens is a real thing, but we'll see by the end of the day. My skin feels hydrated and yet not greasy, not tacky. Everything looks smooth. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup and we will see what it looks like in natural daylight. We'll do some check-ins and go from there. You wanna see me put on my eyeshadow? Okay. And here we are with the final look. Now for eyeshadow, I went in with an oldie but goodie. I think this was one of my first fancy eyeshadow palettes that I got when I first started out on my channel. It's from Smashbox, so I thought, hey, when in Rome, I went in with the Smashbox Cover Shot Minimalist Eyeshadow Palette. And as you can see, it's totally neutral, and I love how it has cool tone shades on one side and warm shades on the other. I decided to opt for a cool eyeshadow look today. I don't know why. I just thought, hey, let's be different. You know what? I felt, what's the word? Nostalgic. So I thought I'd bust it out, and you know, it's pretty. It's a solid palette. I just kind of went for a 90s nude look today. For lips, I went in with the NYX Line Loud lip liner in the shade Global Citizen. They write it so tiny on here. It's so tiny. It's so funny because Ava loves this lip liner. I think I'm gonna have to get her her own, but Global Citizen is a beautiful neutral peachy shade. It just looks really great on the lips. And then I just dotted a lip oil right on the center of my lips just to give it a little bit of juiciness. And I just kind of quickly did my hair. I don't know why I curled my hair today, because with all the humidity, you'll see by the end of the day, my hair is gonna be, but here we are with the final look. I have to tell you, you guys, I can't get over how amazing this feels on my skin. I mean, maybe adaptogens is a thing, but we are definitely gonna put it through the test. I'm gonna see what it looks like in natural daylight. We're gonna do some check-ins, but so far it's skin-like. It's almost like, I don't know, a hybrid of a skin tint slash foundation. Like it has the coverage, but it feels like a skin tint, if that makes sense. And then the whole, you know, your thermostat is going to control the levels of oils in your complexion and the hydration in your skin. So is this ideal for normal to dry skin, oily complexion girls? I don't know, but so far I am digging this. This is so pretty. But yes, let's go ahead and do some check-ins. We'll go into natural daylight, and I'm just gonna go about my day. And I rarely do this when I do foundation tests and reviews, but I'm going to give this a leg up. I'm gonna use the Milani Make It Last Original Natural Finish Setting Spray. And I know, I never do this, but it feels so good right now. I'm half tempted not to do it, but since we're gonna do an all-day wear test, I'm gonna see how this will fare with it. So let's go ahead and love this stuff. It really is just gonna melt all the products into my complexion, make it last longer. This has a fantastic little spray nozzle. Highly recommend it. I have a few errands to run. I know Matt wants to go to the butcher. I know that sounds strange. We're just gonna run a couple of errands. He's gonna grill, he's gonna cook out. So that means I'm gonna be spending a majority of my day outside, going in and out. But yeah, I really like this. Okay, we are here at the 4.5 hour mark. We just had some massive thunderstorms. And I want you to see my phone. I don't know if you can see it. 88% humidity. 88. I feel like every time I went out of air conditioning outside when we were running our errands, my glasses would totally fog up. But so far, the foundation looks so good. It is holding up, although we're only at the 4 hour mark. I cannot believe how smooth and pretty it looks. I think I'm really happy with the shade match too. I mean, 88% humidity, that is something to be said. I'm impressed. It feels good, it feels hydrating. I can see some of the oils coming out around my chin area, but that adaptogen, whatever those things are, like my thermostat is keeping the oils, I guess it's working, it's keeping the oils at bay. Usually by this time of day, after 4 or 5 hours of wearing a foundation or skin tint, my face is really oily because I live in the South. I do have normal to dry skin, but this is looking so pretty. No touch-ups either. Oh, you hear thunder? It's really bad out here, but yeah, we're gonna do another check-in, but so far I'm so pleased with the results. I mean, what do you think? So here we are at about hour 7.5. My skin looks super glowy, but I have to admit, without any touch-ups, it looks really good. Now I'm standing in front of a window in my office. Pardon the junkiness, I apologize. But so far it looks really good. I've done 0 touch-ups. The humidity has been insane today. As you can see, my hair is totally straight. But yeah, this looks good. Skin looks really smooth through here. It's not breaking up around my chin. I mean, I think I'm in love. Salut, Dark Horse Sauvignon Blanc. Cheap, really good white wine. Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, it's crisp, it's delightful, it's inexpensive, and I love it. Okay, so let me fix my camera here. So here we are. It's been over 9 hours since I first applied the Always On Skin Balancing Foundation, Hyaluronic Acid, and Adaptogens Foundation from Smashbox. And I gotta tell you, I have put this through the ringer. Over 9 hours, no touch-ups. I've gotten up in there to look really close at what's going on around this area. I'm going to be super nitpicky because at the cost of $45 and 1 fluid ounce, I gotta be honest with you. And I know my Canadian friends, I know it's gonna be so much more expensive up there, but is it worth that hefty price tag? I do want to mention though, I have the Ulta app because I purchased it at Ulta. For some reason, because I'm like Diamond or something. Yeah, because I buy a lot of makeup. For some reason, if you ordered online any product over $35 or $40, you get $10 off. So that's why I was like, I get $10 off a $45 foundation. Heck yeah, I'm going to test it out. So I did get $10 off when purchasing this foundation. Do I have cilantro in my teeth? But I wanted to pull my hair back so you could see exactly what we're dealing with. Those adaptogens, I don't know. It is some freakish ingredient. I don't know what the sorcery is in this foundation, but it stayed smooth. I know earlier I was it looked very dewy, almost to the point of greasy. But now that I've been inside with no touch-ups, it still looks glowy. It still looks great. It kind of wore off around my areas, around my nose area. I think it's because I wore glasses today. But I have to say, for a medium to full coverage foundation, it is so lightweight, so comfortable. And like I said, it has a unique feel to it. Maybe it's the dimethicone. I'm not sure, but it really truly feels unique out of all the foundations that I've tested in a very long time. I don't know, you guys, this might be the best foundation I've tried on for 2023. It's not cakey, it's beautiful, it's skin-like, it offers beautiful coverage for almost 9 hours. This came through like a champ. I can't wait to wear it, when it gets cooler and see how that adaptogen stuff works out. But it really does keep your oils at bay. It really hydrates at the same time. And I think that's what really interested me in the first place. But what do you think? So those are my final thoughts on the brand new Always On Skin Balancing Foundation and Hyaluronic Acid with adaptogens. So let me know down in the comments if you're thinking about picking up this foundation. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our families. But for now, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Salut!